Hello, excuse me. Do you need an attitude adjustment? When you were little, did your parents ever tell you you needed an attitude adjustment? Perhaps it was in response to you complaining, arguing, or just generally being a schmuck. And when someone else says it to you, it doesn't feel super great. You know you're being told off. You need an attitude adjustment. You need an attitude adjustment. I was working through a frustrating scenario the other day, and "you need an attitude adjustment, young lady," came into my head, and I burst out laughing. Like, holy shit, I do need an attitude adjustment here. An adaptive attitude adjustment. Life hack? I think so. If you remove the parental, authoritative, being told off energy, the concept is actually quite pragmatic. When you're faced with a complicated or challenging situation, when you're confused about what to do next, when you're not operating at your personal best, when you notice yourself being frustrated, what if you gave yourself an attitude adjustment? An adaptive attitude adjustment? What if you went from conclusion and decision and judgment, non-adaptive, inflexible, shitty situation-inducing attitudes, to being curious, questioning the situation and looking from different perspectives? Instead of, why do I have to do this stupid assignment? What if you started asking, how else can I do this that would make it easier, more fun, or faster? Or if you start feeling kind of poopy and you notice yourself going down a rabbit hole of self-judgment, attitude adjustment. If I didn't think I was a useless piece of shit here, if I didn't think the entire world was against me, if I wasn't putting myself down and criticizing my every move, if I wasn't trying to be perfect, what else would be possible? If you've got a tough week coming up, instead of, I am dreading this week is gonna suck, I'm already tired, it's gonna be exhausting, there's probably no way I can get everything done anyways, this is gonna be awful. Ugh. Hello, projected conclusions. What do you think is gonna happen? Adaptive attitude adjustment. What could I add to my life this week that would make it more fun? How else could I schedule and organize things that would make it easier? Who could I ask for some support? Or what if you keep butting heads with your spouse, a friend, or a colleague? You both got some attitude. Advantageous adjustment? If I wasn't so stuck in my ways here, if I didn't have to prove anything here, if I didn't have to be right, if I didn't have to be stubborn, even though that's how everybody else has labeled me and always told me I am, who else could I be here? How else can I be here? How else could I interact? What could I change about my tone or my demeanor that would allow me to better communicate what it is that I'd really like to get across? And then there are some times when you really do need an adjustment. And a physical change contributes massively to a mental shift. Drink a glass of water. Go outside. Feel your feet on the ground and take 5 deep belly breaths. Go for a walk or a run or do some form of exercise that you thoroughly enjoy. Go play a game. Ask for a hug. 30 seconds or longer if you'd like to experience the positive physiological effects. Take a nap. Not from avoidance, but from letting your brain use its brilliant capacities to reorganize while you rest. Or put on a good tune and dance it out. You do not have to wait until you're at your wit's end, or down in the depths of depression, or about to pop your top off before you adjust your attitude. A preemptive check-in can help you gain awareness and make the adjustment before you boil over. 2 Thrival hacks to get your attitude advantageous. Numero uno. For the next week, set 3 recurring alarms on your phone. One to go off in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. And label it attitude adjustment. Every time the alarm goes off, hopefully you laugh because it's slightly hilarious. And laughing in the middle of the day can also bring some lightness into your world. And then have a real talk moment with yourself. Does my current attitude match who I'd like to be right now and how I'd like to show up in the world? Would an attitude adjustment make my life easier? What attitude could I have right now that would make whatever it is I'm dealing with way more fun? And 2, create a toolbox of actions that you know will shift your attitude. What physical activities do you enjoy so much that they get you out of your head? A 20-minute yoga flow? A walk, a run, a jog, belly breathing, nature walks, jumping jacks, swimming lengths, lifting weights, lying under a tree, staring at the stars, having a nice conversation with somebody. When asking a question and getting curious about something doesn't quite adjust your attitude, a physical adjustment will. We don't have to live in stuck, frustration, or being annoyed for any amount of time longer than what we choose. Making your entire life easier, enjoying it more, and being happier in general are all much more attainable when you recognize all it takes is an attitude adjustment. It's a little bit funny. Which one are you gonna choose?